What is going on? What is going on, my friends? Welcome to Jim of All Trades live stream. Glad you made it. If you come on in and let me know you're here. And my dog is joining us tonight. So, cool. Well, let's see if I can find you guys. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin tonight, see where it's headed. Got a trade setting up. Yep. There we go. What's up, Alex? How's it going, man? What's up, Merle? How you doing, brother? Getting a little nervous, aren't you, Merle? It's going up a little higher than we wanted it to, isn't it? Maximilian. What up, mate? How goes it? Glad y'all are here. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Let me see if I can pull up the charts here. Ta-da. Let's look at LTC tonight. How about that, Max? What if I spend some time on LTC? How'd you feel? How would you feel, sir? We should look at Ethereum as well. Do some major analysis on all of these guys. See what we're doing. I haven't really done a lot of heavy analysis. I'd like to do my analysis in front of y'all so you can kind of learn my process. There's 9 of you. Moon baby. Jim TV. Well, Warren, it's a process of dumping, and that was kind of left over from something else earlier. All right, hey Satoshi Kirk, awesome. Thanks for the comment. I'll let that slide. Yeah, I don't know that we have a major short target right now with the way it came down. Um, I've got a wave count. That's why I went live this afternoon. I got a wave count. Yeah, about 8220. That looks good. You're looking at it. We'll see if it plays out. We're not sure, but we're getting a corrective structure right now, and it's going to be coming down. So, man, uh, I tell you what, Satoshi. Sometimes I feel that way about BTC as well. I know that wasn't aimed at me. I have no control over the dumps. I just play the market the best I can, and I'm offering the information free of charge to you guys. So here it is. Right. Got about 13 in. We're going to kind of just stall a little bit longer. Structure isn't an ABC. Could be a flat correction there, or this is some kind of little flat right here. This isn't. I don't know if this is a leading diagonal or not, but this kind of came up, retested the top. I just think it's market makers just retesting the top of that thing. Um, my take on it is I'm looking for this a three-wave move to the downside like that. Oops, sorry. Then what I'm looking for after that, this is again just a working hypothesis here, is a three-wave move to the upside like that. And so at the end of the day, what you're going to have, let's see, let's choose a color you guys can see, a three-wave move like so. And that'll be basically like a W, X, and a Y. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a move down here. So yeah, we'll talk about some other scenarios as well. You could get something like this. A, B, and now we're getting the C wave like that. But it's not going to go straight up like that generally. I mean, I guess it could. I mean, anything's possible. But I would imagine we're going to get something more along the lines of this, or a little lower than that. Whatever. So we have a three-wave move, a three-wave move, and then a three-wave move. And that would be again a WXY. It's another shape that could take place. So yeah, that's just to kind of give you some preliminary thoughts as we jump into this market. So don't fret, don't freak out. The dominance is I bet you it's falling. I haven't even looked at it, but understanding the way LTC and Ethereum are holding, it's what do you call it? I know dominance is falling because LTC and Ethereum are holding. They're not moving as much as BTC is, and so BTC is losing its hold on the other cryptos. So that's pretty cool. All right. 27 of you. I think that's a good time to start. Awesome. That'll be awesome. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Just don't forget to like the stuff for me. Like it, and yeah, if you even think about it, watch the ad or watch an ad or two. And also, you might come back later and throw a comment in the video after it's over. If you think about it, maybe during tomorrow's video or something, and you go back in the old video and throw a comment in there. Those comments really help. Would love to see the channel, I don't know, hit 2,000 subs sometime soon, maybe in the next month or so. We're at 1340, I think, 1347, I think. That's pretty awesome. So I'm thankful and I'm glad. But you guys really control that show. Y'all actually help me. You actually control whether my channel grows or not. Yeah, I mean, I guess I control by the content that I put out, but I think I'm putting out pretty decent content on a regular basis. I'm sacrificing a lot of time for you and for me. It's for all of us. But yeah, if you could just help me out with the likes, that'd be sweet. Really appreciate it. Thank you for already hitting the likes. Appreciate it. You'd be surprised that totally helps the channel out. I mean, if you like a channel and you forget to like their stuff, you're basically you're not telling YouTube that you like it, and so YouTube isn't going to push that channel as much, and that YouTuber is going to have to work harder to get his content out. We're all trying to build a channel so we get monetized. I mean, that's ultimately the goal, right? I mean, unless somebody just likes to do it for nothing, and that's fine too. And I've been doing it for nothing for a long time. So yeah, awesome. Here since 1,000 subs, sweet. But anyway, I'm using YouTube. I'm using YouTube and the trading group is just part of my strategy for a life change for me. We're gonna shift over to full-time trading. I'm gonna possibly take the plunge in January. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. We're gonna shift over to full-time trading, day trading, and we'll see how that goes. So I want to mention the Patreon. If you're not part of the Patreon group, just want to mention that. If you want to be part of our trading group, we had I think somebody just joined up. So glad you just joined up, man. I hope you enjoy the group and what we're offering to you. But if you want to be part of this trading group, we offer a lot of charts. Let me give you a little tour of it. No, I don't have trading. I don't have Telegram on this laptop. It's my wife's laptop. So anyway, whenever you see my picture on it, it's my wife's laptop. So, all right, let's get ready. Let's rock. Let's look into the chart here. Okay, what's it doing? Let's zoom out. We always start zoomed out. Always start there. I'm going to get rid of those targets. I'll put them back later. I'm going to clear my chart. I'm just going to totally take everything off the chart. Bear chart. Boom. Let's build a chart. All right, we know if you've been watching my videos long enough, you know that we are in a WXY. That's what we're in. Now, whether we get any more WXY to the downside later on, I don't know, but we're finishing up this WXY. Let me show you why I believe that. When you put the fibs on the first move and you measure this first wave down, right? And then we measure from this X wave here, you can see that we have a target. Our first target generally is the 1-to-1 extension that follows the 786, okay? 786 is technically a target. Actually, to be honest with you, the 618 is technically a target as well. We did come here and tag it here, bounced off it. and then came down to the 786 wasn't much of a bounce for us. We just pushed right through it, though we pushed through it and then came back to it. So yeah, but we have not hit the one-to-one extension. So our target to $7,500 still stands. I am still looking. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me turn this off for a moment. I am still looking for a $7,500 target. I would like to see us come down to that. I believe we are going to come down to that. Jonathan Silver, you are the man. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that kind gift. Really appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. So yeah, we are right there. So that's the overall view. That's what. So the question is, how are we going to get down there? Okay. Um, if we come now, I don't want to get so locked into that idea as a trader that we must come down to $7,500. We unknown now. We'll look at XRP. I promise. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to get so locked into excuse me to my target that I'm not able to be nimble as prices doing what it's doing, right? So I want to just be careful that I don't force the market in my mind to do what it's doing. I want to be fluid and go with the market and look at the evidence that the market's given me. So I talked about this today in the live stream, but let me just talk about it again. This Y wave needs to be three waves. In a WXY, what you need to have is three waves in every move, okay? So you're going to have there's three waves, there's three waves. And so we've got three waves in the W, we've got three waves in the X. Now we need three waves. Let's try it again. Three waves in the Y, and we're getting them, okay? But the problem is, how do you count this third wave right there? We know what this is, and we know what that is. Well, it's either an A and a B or a W and an X, and it does change things, okay? But I believe, excuse me, sorry, my neck is hurting. I believe that this is an A, a B, and this is a C wave. Because I believe that the C wave then is 1, 2, 3, 4, going to get the fifth wave down. And the fifth wave is going to be about the same size as the first wave. Okay? So that's the epic, that's what I'm playing. I'm playing this epic dump right there. It may not be so epic, but clickbait. I rarely do that, if ever. But to me, it's epic. Shoot, $1,000 move. That's a good dump if you're playing leverage for sure. So I like it. I'm happy for it. I'm trading it, right? So if we get that, that'd be fantastic. So that's what I'm looking for. Now I want to be open-minded with the notion that maybe that 5 waves is done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. And then we're finished, and this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to be open to the idea that we could moon from here, okay? And I want to be ready for it and watch the structure to make sure that we don't moon. So these are the things I'm keeping in my mind, okay? So I'm just going through a logical set of how I think about what's going on, okay? Again, I'm an Elliott wave trader. That's my primary interpretation of the market in light of structure. So we always keep Elliott wave in light of structure. We keep it in light of the Fibonacci's. Okay, so when I say structure, I mean trading zones, support and resistance, okay, trend lines. We understand all of that's important. Market geometry. So we trade with market geometry, but when I'm interpreting the wave count, yeah, Elliott wave is for me the way to go. All right, so with that being said, do I have a percentage of 5 wave being complete? Right now, I'd give it up. Unfortunately, it's a 50-50 right now. Nah, I don't know if it's 50-50. 60-40, the fifth wave is not finished. 40% it is finished. Maybe. That's probably where I am right now. So what we need to do now is just let's look in here and see what the possibilities are. Okay, so I went over this in the live stream today, but it doesn't hurt to rehash them a little bit. And then We'll see what else the market gave us and see if there's any more information. Okay, so a couple of ways to interpret this. This is the end of the third wave right here. This is A, B, C, done. This came to it when you measure this is the 1276 extension. We had a rejection off of it, so there's a 5-wave move right there. Boom, finished. There's 5 waves here, 5 waves here, and it's finished. If that ABC is done, this is the one wave to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So we're going to go down in steps, guys. It will be an epic dump. But here's what I saw today that got me thinking, maybe we need to be careful here. So here's what I'm seeing. When I put the retracement tool on this move from here to here, right, just the bottom of this move, you'll notice that we came to the 382 extension or retracement. So this, once it hit here, it came up in 3 waves, A, B, C, to the 382 extension. And then it bounced off of that. Now let me show you something in Elliott wave. In Elliott wave, this is important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you want to project the fourth wave, let me get this a little bit better here. When you want to project where the fourth wave is going to come, here's what you do. You simply take the retracement tool and you measure the third wave completely. And the fourth wave generally comes back to the 382, between the 382. It often lands in the middle between the 382 and the 5% or the 50%, or it lands on the 50%. It cannot retrace beyond or into the level of the 1. So there would be an imaginary line here. It's a line of death, that if this wave comes down here, that's not a 4 wave, okay? And so you'll often hear me talking about that. So anyway, so the fourth wave often comes to the 382 retracement. Okay? So that got me thinking, well, you can't really, I mean, how do you count this? Is it possible, yes it is, that this is a 1, a 2 in there, it's a 1 and a 2 in there, all of that is 3, and all of this is 4, and now we're getting the 5th wave to the downside. Is that possible? And the answer is yes. So if that's a 5-wave move to the downside, what we expect to happen next is an A, B, C to the upside. Now, what kind of retracement can we expect? If I put the fibs on that entire move, I would expect a retracement to come for the C wave anywhere between the 50% and the 618, right here in the golden pocket, right in here. It can come as high as 100%, but it cannot retrace past it to be a 2 wave. So if we see a wave that comes this high, past the high here, that's not a correction, that's an impulse wave. All right? So this whole thing, this 3-wave structure can come all the way up, back up to the top. So we can put a yellow line of death here and say, okay, you cannot pass. We can get Gandalf in here and tell him, you shall not pass. So anyway, so that's a thought. Okay, so if this is 5 waves, that means we would expect a 3-wave retracement. Okay, 50% to 618, and then we're going to start our 3rd wave down to the downside. So that is the scenario I'm watching very carefully. You say, Jim, how do you know if that's going to happen or not? I watch this wave structure right here. As the wave structure is being made, I'm looking for an impulse wave. I'm looking for the shape of an impulse that says 5 waves, okay? 5 waves that measure impulsively, and I want to see, I want to see this shape right here. Something like this. Okay, and what you'd have right there is a 5, a 3, and a 5. When you put the measurements of the fibs on it, this comes to the 1276 or the 1-to-1 extension, and this would be basically an A, B, C correction. That's a zigzag. Now, if I don't get a zigzag, what else could we get? Well, we could get a WXY. A WXY is basically a three-wave structure, a three-wave structure, a three-wave structure. That's a WXY. Looks like a zigzag, except everything's three waves. So these are actually, this could be a five wave and a three and a five. 535, 535, like that. It could be that. It could be any number of three waves. So what we do is we pay attention. What is the shape that's being made here? Is it three waves? Is it five waves? How does it measure? Does it measure to a corrective fib? Does it measure to an impulsive fib? And I'm teaching all these things in the course on Thursday nights. You should come, definitely. So what else could this be? Well, here's what else it could be. I'll check the chat in just a minute, okay, guys? Well, what else it could be is if this is the bottom, okay, and this is the bottom of the fourth wave, excuse me, or of the fifth wave even, okay, then what we could have is a 1 and a 2 wave. And I already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. A 1 and a 2. Now let me show you. I want you to watch the process. I'm going to build this wave from scratch. Okay, I've got a video on how to do this, how to build an Elliott wave from nothing, how to project it from nothing. So I'm going to build this from nothing. If this is a 1 and a 2, let me get rid of these other fibs. I'm just going to show you how I build this. And I want you guys to learn how to do this. And so I'll be teaching it. So here's a 1 and a 2. So here's how I would build it. 1, 2. I'm going to bring my 3. Here's the 1618. It needs to come at least as high as that. But this is such a big wave. I'm going to bring it up here. 3 all the way to the 2618. 4, 5. Now I'm going to adjust these things in just a minute. I need to get this a little smaller. I'm going to go down to the 4 hour. There we go. Now here's how. So that's the first. I got a 1, 2, and I got my third wave. So that's my first thing I want to do. Now I want to figure out where my fourth wave might come. I'm going to bring my fourth wave down to the 382. Okay, I got that one done. Now what I'm going to do is I want to get my fifth wave projection. I'm going to start at the bottom of 1, top with my fib extension tool, the bottom of 1 to the top of 3, down to the bottom of 4. We're going to look for a 618. A 50% to a 618 extension right there. All right, so that is a potential shape of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, potentially. Now, what that would mean then, as we look at this, is this is a 1 and a 2. Now, what's this here? What is that? It's not a 3, honey. My daughter said it's a 3. This is a 1 and a 2. 3, 4, 5. She's over there shouting out random numbers. All right, so this would be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is this one. When you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, the second 1, 2 is the first two waves of the third wave. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want to be on camera?
I just have a question.
She has a question.
Is that what the Fibonacci is when it's like 1, 1, then 1, 2?
No, not quite.
Because you know the Fibonacci.
She's asking about the Fibonacci sequence. No, that's not quite it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my 15-year-old daughter asking about Elliott wave. I love it. All right. So yeah. So that's a potential, a bull count right there, and that count assumes that we've bottomed out. Now, I don't believe we bottomed out. I believe we're going down. But what I've done here is prepared myself. Okay, this could happen. I could be wrong in what I think, my interpretation of the waves. So I want to be prepared for an upside count and a downside count. All right. So if this is an upside count, I need this to be a 1 wave and this to be a 2 wave, right? So if this is a 1, come on. If this is a 1 and a 2, That means this two wave needs to be three waves that measures correctively. So what would that look like? Let's zoom in. Just very quickly, I would like to see a one-to-one extension of this wave. Down here. If we get that, and it's in three waves, bounces right here to the upside, I would consider this a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to go up for 3. So we're going to watch this wave as it comes down. I want to see what shape it makes. 5 waves. Does it make 5 waves like this? Does it come down here to the $7,800 mark, $7,900 mark roughly? If it does, we might have a 3 wave on our hand. Okay? Or what else could happen here? Well, if it doesn't, say it doesn't come on down here, but instead price starts kind of coming up right here, and it goes up in 3 waves. Well, then that might confirm my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, and then we're coming down heavy. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for, guys. That's kind of what we're thinking. So we're going to know something. We're going to know. We're not going to be blind, but we may have to lay off the trading for a little while, until we know what's going on, until we see a high probability setup. All right, I've talked a lot. Let me just look at the chat here and see what's going on. Yeah, Dino, that's a valid count, man. That's a valid count. And I'm actually trading it like that. I'm going to show you my trading plan for that. I'm hoping we get a push down before it goes up anymore. Okay? Nice. Max, I love you, bro. So what you're saying is it could go up or it could go down. That is exactly right. That is so funny. All right. Now, let's analyze the current wave and see if we have any kind of evidence so far that supports our going up or going down. All right. Now, what we have here is a wave. It's a big wave. A big one. Right, Max? It's a big wave. It's huge. All right. Let's see. First thing I see when I just look at it is this. That looks to me like a 3 wave. First thing I see. Then I see this. There's no doubt about that that's a 3 wave. No doubt about it. This wave, however, see what it measures. It didn't quite make the 786. It's kind of in no man's land here. I don't like it. If I start up here from this one here and exclude the wick, I get a nice 1276 there. I wonder if on any other exchanges I get something different. It'd be interesting to check. Anyway, that looks like a 3 wave. I definitely got a 3 wave. Now, here's the deal. There's 3 there. You could get a 3 wave like this. But that would mean this has to be 3 waves. Tough to interpret that as a 3 wave, isn't it? Let's see if we can interpret it as a 3 wave. I'm going to go down to the 2-minute. Yeah, come on down. That's what we want. Just come on down. Um, Awful hard to interpret that as a three wave. 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, kind of got to interpret this, guys, as a 5 wave move. Can't be certain. I don't like that at all, guys. I mean, if I put the extension off of that, I mean, if this is all we get right here and it's going up, then we're going, I mean, way up here. Up in here. I didn't look right. We have not broken this high. That is structure right there. See all the structure right here? We haven't broken that high yet. If I exclude this wave as the final wave of this, and just start here, let's see what that gives us. 1, 2, 3. Now I get more of a measurement like a 3 wave if I do that. So if I interpret this as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's basically a ABC right there, ABC, and then another ABC. It's basically a WXY. I mean, I don't know if I'm pushing it or not, right? So I want to be careful that I'm not trying to fit. The only way I can interpret that as a 3 wave is like that. I don't like it. It needs to come up to the 1-to-1 extension, but it doesn't. So, but when I measure down here, it really puts the fibs in no man's land. And guys, things move across the fibs. They just do. If they don't land on the fibs, there's something wrong with the way you're measuring them in a general sense. Still wanting to come up. That's 3 waves right there. One, two, three. If this is 5 waves, guys, then what we should expect then is this. 5. I would like to see this. Here's a 3. I'd like to see a 3 and a 3. That would get us out of our trade. And then we go another 3 up to the other side. So we can take profit here, let it come up here, and then short it down. I don't know about that. I don't know. You check the chat, see what you guys are saying. $46K. Come on, man. Keep that stuff out of here. You preach it, Taps. Preach it. Fear, greed, and hope. I love hearing that stuff. That's awesome. Edward, what's your bottom target, Jim? 75 for now. 7,500 for now. And then we'll see what the waves give us. No, don't do that. We don't want to see that. That's not what we want. All right, here she goes. Here she goes. Let me see a big rejection right now. Did y'all see that candle jump? I got to make sure I get on my Kraken account. Logging in. I'm still going to wait for a pullback before I get out. I'm still short right now. Sorry guys, I got to get on my phone here to get so I can manage the trade if I need to. Okay. Well, let me get the chat going again. Win hyperwave. All right, poor Steve Irwin. Yeah, it looks corrected to me too. All right, crikey. All right, I just wanted to catch up on the chat. All right, not that we could have a but again, I'm going to open up a different exchange and see if there's any kind of difference in the way that those candles were made for kicks. This one got up to the 786. I like that better. That it got up to the 786. Still haven't broke this top, and I can't tell you how many times they'll pretend to break the top and then they'll just go, and that's what we call an expanded flat as well. So in our B wave, we could be getting an expanded flat. Check it out, guys. So when you have, so let me show you something here. It's what they do to us all the time. They do it to us all the time. Let me show you here. All right, so sometimes you get an ABC, right? So I'm looking for a B wave to come on down here, right? But it's not really retracing much. There's a 3-wave A, okay? I'm looking for a B wave to come down here. It's not doing it. But you say, well, maybe it's just going to go up on us, and that's what you feel like. It's going to go up, right? But here's what they do to you. They come down, and then they take it up a little bit higher than the A wave right there, okay? So this B is 3 waves, and they take it up a little higher than they bring it down, and that's called an expanded flat. It's a fake out to the upside is what it is, and then it comes down, and then this is what the entry that we were looking for, and then we take it up. So I'm actually looking to trade this down here. I would like price to come down here. I'm going to take profit. This is my trade plan. I'm going to take profit down here, okay, and then ride this wave up for 5 waves or 3 waves or whatever to the one-to-one extension. So where would it come? Well, I mean, I'm looking for it to come down. Well, probably 82.39. It's not super likely, but I mean, it was better than that earlier. So if it's a flat right here, 82.56 to 82. These are your corrective fibs. Those are corrective levels right there. If price came on down here, we'd have to interpret this as a 1 wave and that a 2 wave, and then 3, 4, and then 5. It'd be an impulse. So that's what you need to understand about that. So yeah, they push the envelope here almost to the top. They might even give it one more go, and they might even break that top, and that could be an expanded flat. And they could still come down here. So they fake everybody out, and they're like, "Oh no, it's going down," and you took it long once it broke that top. Breakout traders, that's what they do. That's the way breakout traders trade. That's why I don't trade like a breakout trader, because breakout trader that comes up here, it breaks that high, and so, oh, that's where I'm going to enter and go long. Nope, because they'll do that with you. So yeah, you got to be careful about that stuff, guys. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just watching for that expanded flat possibility. So if that happens, we could still get that. And so that's the wave I want to trade to the upside. It's a very short-term trade. And if we get that, guys, if we get that, then this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking for to trade. Let me go to the 15-minute chart. I'm looking for this. A, B, C. Take the trade short from there. If that comes up in three waves just like that, and it measures to a 1276, the one-to-one extension or the 1276. Say, Jim, nobody else uses that fib. No, I use it because it comes to it very, very often. The fib is actually 1272, but I use the 6 because often it overshoots it. Anyway, so yeah, what would that look like? What would that look like? Well, it would look like this. A, B, the one extension is right there, $8,400. If this comes even lower, 80, yeah, it's in that ballpark right there. Looks like a praying mantis. So A, B, C. There's where we enter short to go to the downside. Our stop, it's very easy. Right there. If it breaks that high, we're stopped. You see how close that stop is? That's a beautiful stop. Now, we got to get this move first. So this whole trade plan is contingent upon getting a move down to the downside first, like that. Now, here's the deal, y'all. Sorry. Here's the deal. This wave can take all kinds of shapes. I'm just guessing at some shapes right now. We could get this, this, and then that. Shoot. We could get this. It doesn't have to come up here. It could just start, coming down there. It could. I want y'all to know that. That means we'd have some kind of truncated wave here. Fake out to the upside. And then they're going to dump it. Okay? I would love that. And you say, how do you know if you're not going to take profits there? Well, we're going to measure this wave and we're going to see where it comes to. Okay? So if it starts to reverse on us like it looks like it's going to right now, we put the fibs on it and then we watch price come down. Okay? Well, we watch price come down. If it comes down past the 1618, we stay in the trade. You stay in the trade and you keep on going.
Don't drink this.
What is it?
Coffee.
Okay.
Not for you.
All right.
It's for Lucy tomorrow morning because she'll get like a
All right. Let's check the chat. See where you guys are. BTC following the dollar as of late. I haven't really checked it. I'll check the dollar index in just a minute. Recession indicator. Same on Bybit. Okay, cool. GBP USD. Be glad to look at GBP for you later. Definitely. All right. So is everybody set on BTC? What we're looking for? I think everybody should be set. There's 35 of you. We should be looking pretty good here for our trade plan. Let's look one more time at the lower time frames. This wave is done. You want to be on YouTube?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. My daughter's having a sleepover. She got friends here.
Don't call it that. That sounds stupid. It's a get together.
It's a get together. Anyway, she got two friends over tonight.
Yeah, that's better. Sentence structure. So sleepover implies that we're 12.
All right.
We're both grown adults.
All right. That's. All right. Anyway. All right. Enough.
You started it.
So anyway, I think this wave is done right here. As far as it's not going up any higher. I think it's done. Okay, call it a gatho. Aussie lingo. Oh, hey, you're having a gatho. Yep. That's an Australian. That's an Australian thing.
We have a gabbo at the gabbo.
There's a Gabby at the gatho here. So all right. You guys are gonna be on YouTube. There they are. All right.
I apologize that you had to see that.
All right. Love it. Short for gathering. Sure. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Dino, you're saying that all this is let's see, ABC, and that's an ending diagonal, and it's a finished. And now, uh, the only problem I have with that is ending diagonals are um, have a um, I think an ending diagonal is has a wedge shape, guys. So I mean, there's kind of a diagonal here. We dropped out of it. I thought there was another diagonal being made right here. It's kind of a fake out. We dropped out of it, but it kept going up. So I don't know. What are the chances the whole thing could be some kind of diagonal? We'd have to see something like that, and we'd have to have like one, two, three, four, five, and then I don't know. I don't know. Looks like we're getting more upside there too. We'll see if it comes on down. All right. At the end of the day, guys, though, I do believe it's corrective. It's a really hard wave, guys. No doubt about it. But I'm ready. I am ready for this to come on down. I'm ready for that. I'd rather not have to wait through my short position for all this and then down. I thought this was going to give it to us down here. I was ready, and it just stopped and went up. That's market. Oh, I wanted to talk about some market maker stuff, guys. I wanted to talk about that for a second. I want to show you what happened here, why this is coming up. I'll just show it to you. All right. So when this came down, here, we were looking for three waves to the upside, right? Well, look what they did. They gave us three waves, right? But then they came down, and it looked like it was coming down even more right here, right there. See that right there? It really looks like when it was being made. It looked like it was an impulse down to the downside. It looks like it was going to do that because this looks like five waves here, guys. Three, and so it looks like it was going down. But they didn't, and they just reversed it. Okay, and then they took it up. Now, when they came, so you had to know that there were people that went short right in here. Okay, I actually went short right in here, thinking it was going to come on down, but it didn't, and I just held my short. So there's my position right there. If you want to know where I am, I didn't wait for this. I got in right here. I thought I was doing pretty good, and then it came back up. I didn't cut the trade. I was like, well, I know it's only $100 off or something, so I just held it. No big deal. I didn't want to pay the fees, right, on the trades. So, But anyway, you know that there were people that got short right here because it was breaking out. Okay? So there are people that got short here. There are people that got short. There are people that getting short everywhere. It's all kinds of orders in here, right? So what do they do first? This is the pumpkin shorts right there. They take it up. Why do they take it up first? Because they want everybody that's short. They want to freak out of their trade. So they shook the shorts out of their trade, and once they had it finished, made you think it was going to keep on going higher, and then they take it down so fast, right? Once they convinced everybody that it's going higher, okay, they take it down in a heartbeat. Now look what they do. They take it down. You had no time to react unless you were watching it. We were watching it, but still, even no time to react. And then what happened is they just start bringing it up. There's no second hit, nothing. It's just they start bringing it up. And look where they bring it up to. See my yellow line here? They brought it up to this region where, so anybody that got in right here, they're even right now. They're like, oh no. And so they're kind of stuck in their position. They took away all their profit, and now they're stuck in their position. Unless they took profit down here. And that's what they do all the stinking time. Let me show you. I mean, it's called a square up. They kind of squaring up the candle. I'll show you what they do. I mean, they do it all the time, guys, all the time. Okay, right here. Big candle to the upside, right? And they start coming back down. People going short. People going short in here. Going short. What do? They take it up really fast. Shook the shorts out of their trade. And then they bring it back down really fast past those shorts. So the people going short in this region were correct, right? But they came down and then they came back. And so if they didn't take profit, because these people are thinking, oh, it's coming, wait, it's going to go down. So they're holding their short. They didn't take profit. They came all the way. I want you to look back to where they came to. They came back and squared up price right there at structure. Boom. Came back up, squared up price right at structure. They do it all the time. Look at it. Price came down. Boom, went up, came back and squared it up at structure. Boom, up, came back down, squared it up at that structure. Up. You know, came back and squared it up. I mean, it's just constantly. They do it all the time. Zoom out, you can see it on the 2 hour. I mean, you can see it all the time. Here's the structure zone. Got a consolidation zone. Price comes up, 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 up. Look what they do. They come right back to it. Take it up, come back, come back. And now we're working in this range. They've come back to the structure. They're working all of these prices. So everybody that went long here and held their trade, they are now right now break even. People that are holding long term, they're break even. Up, 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 up. Here's where the consolidation was. Came back to structure. Okay. Up, back to structure, guys. That's the way the market moves. It's called market structure. You got to trade off of it. You got to understand it and trade off of it every time frame. So where are we going, guys? We're right here in the structure. Well, there's structure here. There's structure down here. Are they going to take it down here to this structure zone? Are they going to take it down here to this structure zone? Right now, it's a big structure zone. We're probably going to have a lengthy consolidation in here. I can even see a potential for this, guys. Check this out. Would that not be hell on earth right there? That would be horrible. It wouldn't be moon. It would just be extended correction. That's all that would be. But for me, when I'm looking at this, this needs to come on down. That to me would be finished. That would look finished. One, two, three, four, five, done. Then we go up. That's just my take on it. Okay. There we go. Looks like we're coming down. If it breaks this line right here, we're coming down. So if we don't get a bounce here, then it'll be coming down. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, how are we guys doing? 46 of you. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Glad y'all are here. If you just popped in, you're new to the channel, let me know you're new. I'd like to hear about that. Okay, so that's kind of, I hope that's helpful to you to understand what the market makers are doing to you and why they're doing it. And that's why I always say, guys, when it comes back to structure, that's why I always say the market always comes back. Market always comes back to you. So you got to learn to take profits, and you got to learn to wait out bad trades sometimes, or cut trades, and you got to have to learn good money management. Okay. All right. I had a request for XRP. Sorry, Max. We got to do XRP. Yeah, XRP is pumping pretty good. Look at the 1 hour. Is that an impulse? Is that an impulse? Or is that a correction? Well, let's check and see if it's an impulse. I mean, it's come to the 1276. This looks like an impulse right here. That's really hard. What is that? One, two, three, four, five. Five wave impulse right there. 1276 right there. Come on down. Come on down. That's a really really difficult wave, guys. What's jumping out at me right there is a flat correction there. This is an impulse here. This seems corrective to me, not impulsive. I think that's what it's going to do. is whoever requested XRP. This is for you. We've come to the 1276 fib. On 2, 1, 2, 3. I mean, is this some kind of diagonal? Not really. Okay, if it's a leading diagonal, then this is an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, okay. Could be a leading diagonal. So if we come up here, make a new high, we've got an impulse, and that's really good for XRP. That means you're going to get a 3-wave to the downside, and then there's your entry wave and go long. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. Okay, so the criteria for that is I need a new high. Got to break the high. I'd like to see it come up to this trend line. I'd like to see it come up to 29.6. 0.296. I'd like to see it come up to 29.6. So yeah, that would be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I want to see. And if it does that, what you're going to get is a 3-wave move to the downside. So wait for that. And then, buddy, about 24 cents in that ballpark, if I had to guess, just looking at it. Let me put some fibs on it and see. Yeah, 23.7 to 25. All that would be good entry. And just wait for it long. Boom. Yep, not that. This and then that. That's going to be big, guys. XRP is getting ready to rock. Guys, I think Bitcoin might be getting ready to rock too. We need that downside push. And so we're going to have to get this is the 4-hour chart, guys. So we're going to have to get this downside push with XRP. And if that's the case, we've just got a little bit of an upside right now, just a little bit of an upside. Then we're going to get a downside push, okay? And then we're going. Okay, so if that's the case, what would Bitcoin do? Okay. Get that upside push, and then down we go. Good night. Love you. Not on camera. Not on camera. Night. Love you. Okay. That would be nice. Hey, listen, I just, all right, it's time for LTC. It is time for LTC. So there's XRP, guys. XRP's looking good. Who was that for, by the way? Who did I did? Whoever wanted XRP, there you go. All right, let's do LTC. Wow, I need to clear this chart. Start with bear chart. Okay, if you can't see it, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. One more impulse to the moon. To the moon. There you go. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a third wave. This is a four wave, guys. Right to the 382. It's a four wave. Guys, I'm going to hold my short. I'm just going to hold it because BTC is going down. LTC is showing it down. Where's LTC going? Let me show you. Come on. Come on, boys and girls. Let me show you where we're going. If I'm right. It's always a qualification, isn't it? This is just a possibility for Mike. That's for you, Mike. 41.86 to 45.41. Those are my two targets. See if I can. That's one way to get targets. So I would say my first target is going to be 41.86. Let's check another way to get targets. If all that's a one wave, 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3. I mean, it looks like an impulse wave there. Looks like the second wave is complete. It could be complete. Not going to be long enough. That third wave needs to come down here. Got good confluence right here. 41 bucks, guys. That's my call. That's my bottom for Litecoin, $41. Let's check and see if that measures any that reaches any structure. I mean, this structure over here is just it's kind of random. Right here, that was really good structure. That's a good structure line. It's 48.45. That's a nice. Bring it down right there. 46. I think $45 is a conservative target, guys. 41's kind of a really bearish, and I think 45 is probably what I'd be shooting for. You ought to be happy with 45. All right, Max, how did I do? What's your target, Max? Guys, I don't have my glasses on, so if I'm squinting a lot and I look mad, that's can't see very well. How many impulses we need to complete? There it is. For LTC, we still got the third wave to do, but it's about to $11. Come on, man. Come on, buddy. I don't even think I could get it that low. Not with XRP getting ready to boom like it is. It ain't going to 11 right away. It's gonna go up before it hits that. It'll go higher before it goes lower. Max, I wouldn't count on 11 bucks. Would not count on it. Yeah, I can do link. Sure. I already had a request for. Let's see. Somebody asked for something. Oh, GBP. Alex, are you still around? Alex Frost. Make sure Alex is around. If Alex, you're around watching, okay, let's do GBP because you asked for GBP. So, guys, we're going to depart from crypto just for a second, but don't leave. We're going to look at the GBP USD here. So, if you want to learn to trade the forex, um, I don't know why I'm pulling it up there. I already have it over here. Um, Let me just take a minute. See what I see first off. That looks to me, just looking at the major structure here, like a big old 5-3-5 correction. That's what I think. Just just a quick 5-3-5. Yeah. So big ABC and then boom. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, that's the 4-day chart. This looks three wave-ish to me. So it looks like we got one more hit to the downside and then we go long for GBP. So I think we got more downside from here. In fact, it's probably a good short right about now. Especially if you just ladder in small. If you ladder in small positions up here, short. Wonder if Wax is around. Wax, are you watching this? I wonder what your GBP is. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. I think that's a 4. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. I think we're going 5. So I think we got a fifth wave down. Once that's finished, I think it's long. That's pretty much what I got, buddy. It's a go at the end of October. Well, there you go. That's gonna. I mean, I might get you short down here. Let's see. Let's look at the daily. They got a three wave there. It looks like it's got another hit to the high. One more hit to the high, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's going to come on up here. In this region. So, let me give you the 4-hour analysis then. Probably this week. Let me see the 2-hour. Just straight down. I would look for some kind of three wave back to test this region and then to go up there. So I would not go short on this one yet. I mean, if I was playing GBP this week, I would wait for it to bottom. I would wait for it to come down here in three waves and then go long for that long. That'd be the better trade. So wait for it to come down here and then to come up. I think if it comes up, then when you miss the trade, I think the ultimate best trade is to wait for it to get up here and $1.30 and then to come on down. Different ways to play that, but that's what I'm seeing, Alex. Hope that helps. Was that helpful to you? If there are any forex traders, guys, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you with the forex charts as well. I trade the forex myself, though I've been spending more time on crypto lately. Okay. All right. Cool. Um, let me just give you those targets to shoot for to the upside. Target $1.30 to $1.32 in that ballpark. Target how many pips? I mean, it's 400 to 650 pips. There you go. So wait for it to come down and then take those pips to the upside. Adam Stefan, just rewind, bro. I did a lot of analysis on BTC, a lot of talking on BTC. All right, now the next one was Link. So let's look at Link. We'll look at it on Binance because that's the most established. It's got the most data, I believe. So this was the run up that we just had. A little run up here. 2018. There's 2008. Okay. So just straight, straight, straight. This is a relief rally here. Link's going down. Link is going down, in my opinion. It measures impulsively. I might be wrong on that. Might be wrong. Don't let me. This measures impulsively, guys. I can't tell. I mean, just quickly looking at it, 1, 2, 3. We're in the fourth wave going up. Is that what it is for Bitcoin too? We're in the fourth wave? Don't know. Don't know. Could be. So that might be it right there. You can see we came up and tagged the 2618 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse, 3 wave down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we got 5 waves here as an impulse. Got the fourth wave. Should be getting a push up here anytime. As soon as Bitcoin turns the corner, you're going to get a link. Link's going to turn the corner. So Link is looking actually good. Let's see where she is. 1-to-1 extensions down here, y'all. 2.319, 2319, 231, 232. 1-to-1 extension right down here. Let's check the 2 hour. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this has got some more downside to come, guys. 231. So yeah, Bitcoin's coming down, Litecoin's coming down. I haven't looked at Ethereum yet, but I'm assuming it's coming down. Link's coming down. All the crypto's coming down. One more hit, one more move. For now, one more move. But what's interesting about Link is that you can kind of clearly see that it's in a wave 4. So, which is interesting because if it's in a wave 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys. What that means is that you're gonna have a 3 wave pullback like that. Okay. Now, is that the Bitcoin count too? Okay. Is that the Bitcoin count? Because that's one of the possible counts on the table. 1, 2, that's 3. This is 4, going up for 5. And then we're gonna get a move down like that, and then we go to the moon. So that's all the 1 wave. Then this is 2. This is 3. 2021 is the big year. So 2020 not so good. 2021 is going to be the big year. I mean, if that's a 5 wave, So don't know. This might be a 2 wave, but it could be a 4 wave. It's past the 50% mark. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. So there's link for you. Any other? Nice. I'm just reading the chat, guys. Adam, I'll once I finish all these, I'll kind of recap Bitcoin for you. Huh. Okay, I think I've covered all of the requests. I think we need to link. You got in at link at $1.97. That was fantastic, sir. It's a fantastic buy. You did really well. I don't think it's going to come back to your entry. I think it's going up. I think. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you how I see the market. Do your own due diligence and trade at your own risk and all that disclaimer stuff. We didn't look at Ethereum. You want to take a peek? Look at Ethereum, guys. Came all the way back to structure. Just ate it all up. What in the world? That's really interesting. One-to-one extensions up here. That's evil. That's just evil. It's not coming down very impulsively right here. Let me do a macro of Ethereum. I haven't done that in a while. What do we see here? What jumps out at you? 3 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves. 335. 3 waves. 3, 3. Coming down, y'all. All right, here's my Ethereum call, the best I can see right now. One, 276. Okay, here's Ethereum. This, A, B, C. 3 wave, X wave. A, B. No, it can't be. W, X, Y. You got 3 wave move here. 3 wave move. Now we're getting our 3 wave move for the Y. Coming down. Ethereum is a sell, in my opinion. Sell hard. Short the mess out of it. That's what I would do. It's looking fantastic. Now, that's the 8-hour chart. What's our target? What is our target? Is this thing finished? Didn't quite make the 1-to-1. So does Ethereum need to come up here one more time? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Hard to know. Let's assume it's done. May not be done. 127. 128. That's my call for Ethereum. 128. That'll finish her out. If we come up for another hit to the high, a little higher, you're looking at 133. So it just depends. If we've reached the high here and that's done, then 128 is looking good. All right, there's Ethereum. My eyes are getting tired, guys. Hey, no problem, Jonathan. Glad to help, buddy. Um, BTC dominance. Yes, let's talk about it. Well, just wait for it to get down there, guys, and that'll be a nice buy for Ethereum. Let's do the BTC dominance chart. All right, guys, we got another push coming up to the upside. What I see here, well, I say that. Sorry. Let's try again. Could be done. Could be done and on the way down. Might have one more hit to the high. The main count that I'm seeing, 2, 3, 5. Let's see if this 5 wave is done. Nah. I don't think it's done, guys. I don't think it's done. 4, 5. That would finish it out. I think it could hit to 80, guys. Somewhere around there. Might have a little bit ways to go down. 67. So as BTC is going to fall this last push, it's going to get down to like 67 or so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got one more push down. So that means BTC has to dump while LTC and Ethereum and the other alts don't move as much. They kind of hold their ground a little bit. So with that in mind, let's think about Ethereum. I want to re-look at Ethereum. It's really, really hard to work on correlation, guys, but you really need to have this as part of your technical analysis. That's why I chart Bitcoin so heavily. Okay, it's why I spend most of my time on Bitcoin, because it's dominant right now, and so it's gonna really help me understand what these are gonna do. So there's a possibility here. Let me just show you this possibility. This is a 3, 3, and a 5, and that's finished. And so Ethereum could be finished for now. And so we may have some kind of like little a little push to the downside right here to 160. Um, but it's going to hold its ground a little bit, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. We might just have one more push down. It may not be as low as I said it was. We'll have to see. But basically, as Bitcoin comes down, it's going to hold its ground some, and then it's going to then once Bitcoin starts rising again, it's going to reassert its dominance. Ethereum's going to rise with it, and it's going to do what it does. And so, um, Bitcoin is losing its dominance, and so that means Ethereum's going to hold its ground. So if that happens, that means we're not going to have as low as a move as Bitcoin does. So we'll have to wait and see. And so I'm always thinking about correlation in this process. So yeah. So back to the dominance chart. Looks like we got one more push to the downside, and that would finish this four wave. This you got three wave, and now we're getting, is that a three wave or a five wave? I don't know, something like that. Let's look at let's look at the 4 hour here. Yeah, not sure. This could be done right here, and then it's heading up from here. Not certain. Doesn't matter a whole lot. Let's look at Bitcoin one more time, guys. My eyes are really hurting, so we're gonna have to call it a night. But let's take a peek and come up with our trade plan for Bitcoin here. Uh, I'd really like to see this as a flat, as a B wave flat with a push to the upside. That would be ideal for me. I would love that trade. So we have basically an a B, and a C. So we need to come on down. So let me give you the target. Last chance to get the target for BTC. 82.36, 82.54, somewhere in that ballpark. Right there. I'd like to see price to come on down. Now, if price doesn't do that, and this was our B wave, okay, so in other words, our B wave could be finished. So if our B wave is done, and that means what we've got then is A, B, and then C, right? So if our B wave is done, we're going a lot higher. That means this wave shape. I'm trying to get it on the screen here. Sorry. Okay, that means the wave shape is going to be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. A, B, C, coming way up here, and then short. So what would that be if that's the case? That means we're only going to get a retracement like 50% of this wave. So here's what I would be thinking. Watch this retrace. If it only comes down to this 50% mark, wow, really? That's 50%? Or this 61%, and if it comes down here and then starts reversing, and it starts to break this top right here, so if it comes down here and then begins to break the top, that's not looking good for downside for now and in the short term. So you may want to cut your trade, and then wait for a better entry short later. But I'd be looking for a short, not long. If you go long, it better be a short term long. Okay? All right. That's what I got for you guys. Let's check the chat. Last chance. Glad you caught it, Dinosaur Muscle Cars. What's up, man? You have to rewind to catch it, the rest of it, because my eyes are killing me and I'm about done. So, guys, I hope that was a good live stream for you. Just give me some thumbs up, guys, and all that jazz, and let me know what you think of what we did. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Really, really do. I enjoy hanging out with y'all, and enjoy looking at this with y'all. I hope y'all had a fun time. I look forward to Sundays. Don't forget Thursday. Uh, don't forget Thursday. We have uh, trading night school, so I'm going to try to teach you to read the chart the way I read it. And if you can learn something, great. If you can't, I mean, you can always, you don't have to change the way you trade. You don't have to trade like me. This is just the way I trade, right? But you can learn some things from me. And man, if you were doing a video, I'd probably learn some things from you guys. So, start a YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. We can share what we know. But in the meantime, you guys have a fantastic night. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the love. Appreciate the gift you gave um, earlier. John, appreciate that so much. Thank you. You guys have a great night. I'm going to call it quits. I'm pretty tired. Bye bye.